I'm your co-ghost Anthony,
And I'm your co-ghost, Caylee.
and this is Two Ghosts Review Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Welcome back to another episode of Two Ghosts Review, a podcast about current TV shows and movies that is also an MCU rewatch podcast from time to time. In this episode, we will be covering Captain America, the Winter Soldier. But before we dive into that, let's kick off the episode as we always do with our poll segment. All right, Caylee, we got 3 polls for us in this episode.
You're not going to ask how I'm doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited about tonight.
Okay. Well, I got 3 polls for us to do, and then I thought we could talk about, like the Spider-Man trailer and other Marvel news, stuff like that.
You think
before head into that.
think we have time to talk about that stuff on this episode?
Well, I didn't think you were that interested in this movie.
Oh, okay. Well, my 546 notes, 23 pages says otherwise.
I was just trying to trigger you. We're not doing 3 polls and all that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you triggered me a little bit. I was very confused because this is already probably a two-parter.
Yeah. I know, it's going to be long. It's going to be a long night.
Like, it's not going to be great.
It'll be great.
You sound like you don't like this movie.
No, I do. I love this movie. I just don't feel great right now. So I wish we were recording it at a different time, but we're not. We can't. We have to record it now.
We
get
get
it out.
to. What a pleasure.
We get
to record.
Sorry. We get to. All right. Well, let's get our one poll out of the way.
Okay, that's better.
So the question for our one poll was from our previous episode on Thor: The Dark World.
Don't mention that name on this episode.
I mean, we could just cover some more of that if you wanted to.
No, even though for some reason they're real popular.
Yeah, I don't know why, but on YouTube they get like the most views. It's
It's grody.
Last time I checked, it was like our 5th most popular or something. Right behind our Thor episode.
Is Addams Family still up there?
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah. I don't remember where, but yeah. So yeah, the question for this poll was, which is your favorite Natalie Portman performance?
So I'm eating some Five Guys fries right now, and I almost just choked because I remember. Apparently, Natalie Portman is so hot when she gets her shirt scratched off by a giant beast. What Star Wars movie is that?
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones. It was Attack of the Clones when her shirt gets ripped and you can see her belly button. That's what it is.
At 1 hour and
you better stop.
No, so yeah, the obvious 2 options were Jane Foster and Padme.
And everyone said Padme.
68% said Padme. 32% said Jane Foster. What are you feeling with that?
Because Padme is flat, and Jane Foster is like Step Brothers flat. You're so flat.
Flat. So flat.
Paying all this money for voice lessons, and this is what I get?
Let me see if there were... I thought there were some comments on that.
I bet they were. Like, oh my gosh, have you froze it when her shirt gets scratched by that thing? And then you can see her belly button? And also, have you ever noticed that cut never bleeds? Her shirt's just gone.
A few people said both. A few people put like other performances in there.
Okay, that's good because I said I'll give her one chance.
There is something interesting. I did look up one person. That David said Jackie, and I looked it up. and apparently she like did a movie where she played Jack Jackie Jackie Kennedy, John F.
Yeah,
Kennedy's wife. It's like I
that
think it's
sounds
like
terrible. Please don't.
after the assassination or
Well, of
something,
course.
but kind of interesting.
I said that I needed
And then there
people
was
to tell
like
me what to watch because I don't believe that she can act at all.
then there was like this gif of like her being like emo or something. I don't know. I was like, what is this?
That looks familiar.
I don't know what
I
that is.
doubt that I've seen it, but I feel like I've seen that before.
Interesting.
I don't know Natalie Portman, and I don't want to.
David said would have chosen Padme, but she comes with Weineken.
That's true. Sound like a
It's
good
true.
guy, David. Comment more.
Comment more.
We'd like to hear more from David.
Padme is better though. We all know this.
Like I said, Padme is supposed to be flat. Jane is not. I don't want to talk about Natalie Portman anymore.
Would you like to talk about the Winter Soldier?
I would like to talk about Captain America the Winter Soldier very much. I would like to talk about it 546 times very much.
All right. Well, let's talk about it then.
All right, get your notes up so I can berate you for the small amount. What'd you say? You have 40 something?
I don't know. I have to recount.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember that off the top of my head. Oh, this is gonna take 1 second. I didn't have it pulled up.
I'll fill the gap here. So I was gonna make this like all about me this episode. Not really, but there were too many people on threads that said that this movie was good and it got so much reaction, which of course it's good. But I got spooked because I was like, oh, people might actually listen to this and I should probably take it a little bit more serious. So it might not be as silly as I've been ramping it up to be. I'm still gonna inflict my will, but I got a little bit scared.
You're not gonna be silly.
I mean, listen, this movie is so good and it deserves a fair shot of me not just making it into fan fiction.
Okay.
That's what I
All
can
right.
say.
So we'll give it a fair shot.
I'm gonna try my best to give it a fair shot. There's absolutely gonna be fan fiction moments in here though, so hope you like it.
All right. Well, before we get into this, do you remember your first time seeing this or no?
So I talked to you about it at the end of this movie when we were watching it. Um, I was thinking during the movie, I wonder if I had seen this when it came out because I bet people were screaming and going nuts. And and some people might know if they've been listening for a while, but I used to fall asleep in Marvel movies like notoriously right away. So I know that I did see this movie because I remember the first post-credit scene. Seeing it in theaters and hearing people talking about that specifically when we were walking out.
Mm.
I do not remember seeing this movie for the first time. I remember seeing that post-credit scene. And that's it.
Interesting. I remember seeing this movie, and even better, I have evidence of me going to see this movie.
Is this the one you saw in Africa?
Yes. This is the first one that I actually like remember like I went and saw it.
Wow. I would say the first one I can probably remember going to see. I don't know. I'd have to look at like the release schedule of them. But I think it's either Civil War or the first Guardians movie.
What?
I just dropped a fry on my shirt. I put a special shirt on. I can't catch up on it. This is my shirt that you'll never see from the boys section of Walmart when the let's call it the right thing. Captain America Brave New World came out. It's got Natasha, Steve, Bucky, and Sam, but he's Captain America too, but we just pretend like he's not.
He's not Captain America.
He's not, but it's got Steve on there.
That's weird.
I
Especially
like it
because it has Steve, it has Sam in his like Captain
They're
America
both as
stuff.
Captain America,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's dumb. All right, let's dive into this review. Would you like to kick us off? I feel like you should take the lead on this one.
Why? Because I have the script here?
Because this is like your moment.
Okay.
This is the fight of your life.
So, we open, and Steve is running at sunrise. Okay? And he passes Sam, and he says, on your left. And Sam can't let that go.
He can't let that go.
No.
He's running around.
How long?
This is one of my favorite shots, though. It is a really nice. I like the shot of where like they're shooting out of the Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah.
I think it's such a beautiful shot, and like
over the reflecting pool.
Yeah, everything looks so big, and like they're like little, kind of down, running around and everything. But like it really just, yeah, the reflection pool and everything. It just looks all so big, and like it's that sunrise, and it looks cool.
My note for that is, how is there no one there? They're just by themselves.
Everybody's sleeping.
Right. No. I've been there.
I haven't. So tell me about it.
I've been there, and there was a ton of people. Not like.
Were you there at sunrise though?
No. Not like a Forrest Gump crowd, but almost. There's a lot of people. Sam sucks. I have that note here. Sam is annoying.
All right, let's get this out of the way.
I don't like Sam.
I don't really think that he's that bad in this movie.
This is the best Sam. Right. He only gets worse, yes, but he's still.
Yeah, I think you just like when you hate a character or something, you just you dogpile on it. If you love something, it can do no wrong.
I just see his personality already, and I'm like, oh, this is what's going to get exacerbated upon later.
Yeah, they take it too far later, but I don't think it's bad here. Like, very tolerable. Like, I enjoy him in this movie. I think he's a good supporting character in this movie. Don't give me that look.
Sam is always kissing butt, is my next note.
Yeah, he just met Captain America. Who wants to be friends with him?
Big mistake. Steve's shirt in this scene is like a 2 extra small. He looks like he has boobs.
Bibs.
I'm not good at leading the notes.
Right,
I feel like I'm just reading my list. Like, I'm not sure what to do here.
Okay, I'll keep us moving along. All
yeah,
right.
I'll just jump out and say what I've got, because I have a lot, but I feel a little not good.
You're intimidated by it?
I don't know what to do. Just read my list.
Don't worry, I got it. I do want to say, I think it's really funny. I know he's a super soldier, but the scene is always funny when they take the corner and like Sam is like way down, or not Sam. Steve is like halfway down the reflection pool when they were just like when he had just passed Sam.
Yeah,
I think that's hilarious every time I watch it because it's so fake, basically.
How do you even keep running if you're Sam?
Yeah,
you're just like, okay, fine, I'll stop.
I give up. I'll wait till he goes away.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they kind of talk a little bit
about how you got to use a rock for a pillow like a caveman.
Yeah, they're military men, you know. But yeah, and Steve adds the Sam's Trouble Man.
Okay, so I like
song to his
list. It was an album.
Or album.
Steve's answer to how is the world now is so depressing. He's like, well, the food is better. We used to boil everything, and there's no polio. Also, I like the internet.
It was hell. There was even a guy that was all red.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I
Sam.
like how the only thing that he's done on his list is watch Star Wars.
So I was under the impression that someone told him to watch Star Wars, so he wrote it down, and then he ran into someone else, and when he pulled it out to write down Star Trek, they saw it. They were like, "Don't watch that.
What?
What's this?" And so he crossed it off because someone told him not to. Like it was a correction.
I've never taken it that way.
I did.
If I would have taken it that way if it was like an X or something on it, or like it was like scribbled over, and then Star Trek. I think he put a slash too. I think he put Star Wars / Star Trek.
Yeah, but they're different.
So like these.
So I don't know. They both start with star.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's funny. I'd like to see Steve sitting down to watch Star Wars after coming back.
Oh, yeah, triggered.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be fun. No movies would be fun for him. He'd be like, "Let's watch Star Wars." I'm getting triggered. Let's watch Indiana Jones. I'm getting triggered.
There's a lot of Nazi type situations going on here. I'm triggered.
Steve sits down to watch TV and he goes, "Oh boy, Nazis."
Oh, okay. And then we have, Steve gets picked up by Nat.
Who, I will say,
let's hear your thoughts.
Types out her emojis. First of all, uses emojis. Super cute. Second of all, she types them.
Super cute.
Extraction is imminent. It's not like, "Hey, buddy, I'm coming to pull up beside you and pick you up. I see you down here."
This is serious.
Extraction imminent. I think that's a joke.
All right. Well, you're gonna hate this, but we have come to the thing that is like the only thing in this movie that I don't really like.
Hey, fellas.
It's Nat.
You don't like her in this movie?
In this movie?
Get out of this room. We're done recording.
I think she is. It's more her lines and all that.
My eyes are dropping out of my head. My mouth is on the floor.
It's just cringe. A lot of her lines are just cringe. Yes, like the "Hey fellas," like it's just blatantly like they're just trying to make her like sexy and flirty or something.
That's interesting. So I guess I'll just have to defend every line because don't worry, I wrote them down. I saw that as her jacking with Sam.
Yeah, but like
on purpose.
It's just like, but it
embarrasses Steve and it jacks with Sam
all movie, and it's really annoying. I hate it. Like,
we're gonna have to watch it again.
She's gotta put like her head down and say like, "Hey fellas," like.
Yeah, because like, that's gonna irritate Steve and make him be like, "Oh God, I can't I can't even have a conversation with somebody because you're gonna come over here and make fun of me for it when I get in the car." And yeah, of course you're gonna try and make him be interested with you because it's gonna irritate me. Like, it's just gonna cause a whole thing. Can't even have a friend. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, like later in the movie, like she's not actually like trying to hit on him or anything, because like she's pitching like these other girls and stuff to him too, and all that. But like, I don't know. It's just I cringe when I watch it.
How
I understand what you're saying with like.
I'm gonna reshape your mind this evening.
The relationship, I guess, but
I'm gonna fix what is going wrong with your perception this evening. Don't worry about it. I've got it.
I understand.
Yeah, and you're gonna understand it to the point that you're not gonna be
I understand anymore. But like it's more of the delivery, like that, like how she's doing it, and like it's annoying to me. Like
I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
She wouldn't like your delivery either.
I'm sure she wouldn't. All right, let's get to this mission.
Well, I have something else to ask you before we move on.
Okay.
I don't know anything about cars. I wrote down that she's driving a Corvette.
Yeah, it's a Corvette.
Does that fit? Does that track?
What do you mean fit?
Does that track? You're like, yeah, she'd drive a Corvette. Because to me, I thought it was weird.
I think it's kind of weird. I mean, like, is it her car? Is it a shield car? If it's a shield car,
why is it a shield car? If it's her car, why is that her car?
Exactly. Like, I wouldn't see her get that. If it's a shield car, that's kind of like, I don't know. I guess they would have a bunch of different cars. She just grabbed that one. I don't know. It did seem weird to me. You know?
Okay. All right. So yeah, now we're on the Indian Ocean, and the Lumerian star has hostages who have been held for 93 minutes with a $1.5 billion ransom demand.
That's an exhausting amount of time.
My note here is Natasha's best look ever during this movie. This is my absolute favorite.
I disagree. I don't like her hair.
I love her hair for most of this movie. There's a couple moments where it's like real wiggy, but I really like this. This is my favorite, and
fair enough.
I almost said that it's the most comic accurate, but it really depends.
I guess it is kind of. I mean, I've seen a lot of comic covers, at least.
It's
kind of have that.
Either really long, and it's never been long, and the movie's like, oh, my shirt, it's never been like this in a movie.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So that is probably the most comic accurate look for me, from what I've read.
Mine's far and away the braid with the dye at the end.
The bleach?
The bleach, yeah, like on the end.
That's my number 2, yeah.
That's top.
But see, this is the short hair look I like, and then that's the long hair. But I don't like it braided.
You don't like it braided?
No, I like it down.
I like it either way, but I think the braided is more like, I don't know. It fits the character because, like, when she's actually doing things.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't want it down when you're doing things, but that's also why it's never long before. She wasn't doing anything, so it got long.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it when we hit in-game.
She had the long, like, whatever that was, like, curly hair.
We don't talk about Iron Man 2.
I don't know, it's just getting in the way and everything.
Yeah, so it's not practical. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Even as a child, she had short hair.
There's some more Natasha hair talk again.
Go to Iron Man 2 and listen to that if you want to hear us talk about her hair.
Basically, us say the same things again.
Okay. So the ship is trespassing. There's 25 pirates led by Backtrock.
Arr.
And he is known for having maximum casualties.
The French.
And there's this fellow on there named Jasper Sitwell. And that's a little interesting. Why is he on here?
Jasper.
So they get orders from Steve. He's gonna go find Backtrock. Natasha's supposed to kill the engines. Rumlow and the strike team are supposed to find and get the hostages off.
So they jump in. Steve's like, no parachute, I got this. He just dives straight into the water.
You're skipping stuff.
That's my next note.
Natasha's trying to set Steve up. And he's not really having it. But he also, you see here, again.
Yeah, this was annoying to me.
She's not really trying to set him up. She's teasing him.
I guess.
Because he goes to work and then he goes home to his little apartment and he's like starting to warm up to the world after Avengers. Now this is like his work buddy, but she's just ribbing him all the time.
Yes, she's teasing him, but I feel like it's also a little bit genuine.
A little bit genuine. I have on here somewhere that I think that she made a bet with someone that she could get him to go out on at least one date. She could do it.
Yeah.
I would say maybe like Rumlow or something, but Rumlow's a jerk. I don't know who she's joking with.
She bet that he would go on a date with Rumlow?
No, she was betting against, like, I bet Rumlow, yeah, I guarantee you I can get him to go out with someone. Either that, or it has something to do with Sharon. So, either that, or she says She seems to know Sharon a little bit. And I would bet $1 billion zillion she knows who Sharon really is. So maybe she has some kind of an agenda about that. Like she thinks she's doing a good deed by eventually getting him to circle back and settle on Sharon because then he gets his Carter. And she's like, that's good, right? I'm doing something nice. I don't know how to emote. Here, I'm going to make fun of you until you inevitably go out with this girl who I was intending for you to go out with the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's complicated.
Complicated.
So Steve jumps with no parachute.
And then like this is where just peak fighting begins.
Oh yeah.
Okay. This movie.
Steve cuts through the water like butter.
Yeah. This movie is the height of Marvel fight choreography.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's ever been as good.
No, and I don't understand why they didn't.
Yeah.
You've achieved this. Why do we not stay
perfected
here? Yes, this movie is perfect. Why are we not making this movie over and over?
Seriously, like the Russos, this is their first movie, right? And in Marvel MCU.
I don't know.
Pretty sure it is. They just do hit after hit after hit. All of their movies are good in the MCU.
Yeah, they didn't make a bad one.
Yeah, like so I'm glad they're coming back for Doomsday, but they need to like they should have kept the Russos on Avengers movies and Captain America movies. And the show. Like everything Captain America, they should have just let the Russos take care of it.
What show?
The Falcon and Winter Soldier thing.
You know what? I bet if
I think it would have been better.
I bet if the Russos were in charge, Bucky would be Cap.
Yeah, probably. I'd like to dream. Yeah. Now he's just floating through the MCU with no purpose.
Now he's coaching Yelena on how to lead a team for some reason.
Yeah.
But he's not the leader, she is, but he's like puppeting her. Weird.
With all of his experience in leading teams, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. Eventually they'll fall in love and make up for what didn't happen in this movie.
Wow, chicka wow wow.
No, not like that.
Wow wow. Wow wow.
My laptop is frozen. I have too many notes.
All right, well let's keep talking about this peak fighting. I do like how Captain America is like a cat. He
climbs that anchor.
Yeah, but when he lands on the deck.
Oh, he's silent.
It's just silent. I thought that was fun. It's cool. It's like he's just like quick, quiet, tactical.
He chokes a guy out. He fights 2 guys with his shield. Then he kicks a guy off the side of the boat and kills him for sure.
He just snapped his spine. He'll be all right.
Hits his back right in the middle on the lip of the boat. Then he fights 2 guys hand to hand, throws someone off the side. He fights 2 more.
What is the difference in carrying a gun and just snapping somebody's back?
Yeah, and then
he
fights a guy who has a knife and takes a knife and throws the knife at someone else and sticks him to the wall by his hand.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he is out here. Just get knocked out. I'm just gonna squeeze you until you go to sleep for a little bit. You're dying.
You're dead.
You're deceased.
That's what I was saying though. Like,
for no reason.
Why doesn't he have a gun? Why doesn't he use a gun?
Because
he's murdering people.
He's already killing people.
Yeah.
Because that's Natasha's job, okay?
She can murder people.
I don't murder people. It was an accident. That's what Steve would be like. It was an accident.
I'm a good man.
I was trying to pop his neck.
Oh, all I could say is that it felt so good to Daredevil is running right now. It felt so good to watch Daredevil, then Winter Soldier, and now I know that more Daredevil is coming literally tomorrow. It just feels peak right now, just what I'm watching.
I'm so happy for you. I would watch this again tomorrow instead.
That's
real good. No, I know. I've seen
There's
it.
the new episodes coming out
Back
tomorrow.
when I worked in the movie store, we would watch this movie for 8+ hours straight.
I can't do that. I can't watch it back to back.
I'm not playing. We would watch it days in a row.
I can't watch anything.
I'd come in and be like, all right, what? Okay, Winter Soldier's in the DVD player. Don't take it out. Okay.
Oh, okay. I won't take it out.
Okay, we'll watch it more. I like it.
If you guys insist.
It's okay. Or we'll take it out and watch something else for a minute. We'll watch, Civil War or something. Okay, we'll put it back. We'll put it back in later. Let's start the day with Black Widow. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Who said that? Okay. So Steve fights 7 more guys. I think I counted 7 more. And then he's held at gunpoint by someone, and Rumlow gets that guy. So now everyone else is landing. And they all float
down all gently, like, after he's been down there for what feels like hours.
Yeah, so now the hostages are getting yelled at, because of course they are. That's what hostages do. And Steve scales the building. I've just, again, he's a cat.
He is the Black Panther.
He puts a little listening device on there.
That's why they had to put Black Panther in the next Captain America movie, so you could differentiate between the two.
I know of another way that you could have differentiated.
You gonna elaborate, or
their costumes are different colors?
Okay.
Just their costumes.
You're so smart. All right, I don't want to go too fast through all this, because my next notes are about Black Widow coming down on her rope.
Okay, well that's mine too.
On her little spider string.
Hey Sailor, I like this. She uses this guy as a counterweight to go down the middle of the stairwell and just pop everybody. It's just nice. It's just, I don't know how to describe it without sounding cringy, but I really like these movies where girls, just one, is really good at this stuff.
Yeah.
And she's just fighting a bunch of guys, and she can just do it. It's nice. And she's literally used him as a tool. She's like, no, you're literally so dumb. I'll just wrap this around you and now you're a tool. You know, okay. Away with you. Okay, I've taken care of it. It's nice. It just feels good for me. I don't know. I'm not capable of doing any of that, and I never ever will be. And there's not a reason that I should be able to or should do any of that, but it's just nice.
You should try it out.
Yeah, you go. You get them. Those pirates. It's satisfactory. I like it.
I don't know. I do like that she uses it multiple times in this movie, but the grappling hook type thing.
Yeah, the
I guess
line.
I don't know if that was this. Was she using a grappling hook? Her own thing for this? Or
yes,
was
this was her. This is the same thing she pulls on the Winter Soldier later.
I like it because I've never really made the connection, but I do like how it's something that relates to
being
a spider. Yeah, and I don't know. I never really noticed that before, but when that popped in my head, it stood out more when she used it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
She doesn't use it much.
No, she doesn't use it very much.
This is, I think, the only time she really uses it. This movie, I mean.
No, she uses it again.
In other movies?
No, in this movie.
Yeah. I think that this movie might be the main feature point of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
yeah, she uses it 2 or 3 more times in this movie. Yes, I know she uses it
too,
but
yeah. Yeah, and then what? The hostages.
Hostages are threatened again, because of course they are. Rumlow, taps the door guard and knocks him out with his little taser stick.
I told you, S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't negotiate.
We're miles away from that. Wow.
That's my next note.
I've got 13 notes until that.
Anyway, that made me cringe. Thanks, Jasper.
Strike scales down the side of the boat as Rumlow blows the door open. Steve is waiting for them, basically, to go in to go get Backtrack. And Natasha is supposed to be giving her status. I like this. It's so good for me. It's good for my mental health.
It's just her. I don't know.
What's your status, Natasha?
I can't talk about it too much, I guess, but like, it's just her attitude. It just makes me cringe.
She's quiet. She's literally sneaking up on somebody.
Not when she's quiet, but like when she's just like, I don't know, just like whatever that shot was, where like she was wrapping things up, I guess, and like just trying to be casual about it.
Oh, are you talking about when she hits the guy in the head with the wrench, and then they get a like 5-second ass shot?
Yes, that.
Okay, well, that wasn't her just trying to be casual wrapping things up. That was intentional for the ass shot.
Okay, well, it made me cringe.
I don't like the ass shot either, and you know what? I'll tell you what. I'm even more mad
Jon Favreau loves the ass shot.
I thought that we weren't going to get one in Black Widow. I was going into that theater. I was so glad. I was like, this is a female director. Everything's going to be fine. No, we got one. And even worse, we got like 2 or 3. And this woman, this Kate, whatever, was like a total creeper. I watched behind the scenes stuff. She was like,
total creeper.
She was like putting.
What? What are you about to say?
She was like physically grabbing onto Scarlett and Florence and making them like put their hands on each other, like, and holding their hands there in positions that she wanted them to grab each other while they were fighting.
Okay.
And just a real.
Were they inappropriate touches?
No, but she just seemed a little. I don't know. She seemed a little much for me. Anyway, so I was really like, oh, we won't get that because you have to have one in every movie she's in. They have to get one in there if they're not, having their director drive a car.
Keep a tally?
No, I don't want to because it's disrespectful. Just as disrespectful as when you watch Black Widow and Natasha's suit is skin tight and Yelena's is like
baggy,
giant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Natasha, what's your status? She has a I guess I typed a Wick fight, like a John Wick situation in here. And the engine room is secure. It says engine room secure, wrench, ass shot.
Okay. Sick.
So the hostages are being threatened once again. And Sitwell is shown. Steve says go, and everyone gets killed in that room. So S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't negotiate.
Thanks, Jasper.
And Jasper Sitwell, so sure.
You made my viewing much more pleasurable.
So now Steve goes after Backtrack, who runs away, and he has to chase them. Hostages are en route to extraction, but Natasha missed the rendezvous point. She's supposed to show up to help get the hostages off safely. Steve is fighting Backtrack hand to hand down on the deck.
It's good choreography. I liked it. I like I like that they went hand to hand. He dropped the shield,
and spoke French.
I did think he looked like such like a little kid with that haircut. His helmet hair, yeah. That like he just looks so silly when he takes the helmet off.
So this guy, Backtrack, can do a lot of backflips.
Yeah.
He did like a lot, and then Steve, like backflip, kicks him in the head.
Yeah. I'll show you how to do a backflip.
Funny.
I'll show you.
So they go in through a door while they're fighting, and Natasha is working on the computer. And again, she's giving Steve a hard time because, surface level. Right? Right. She doesn't have like friends yet. She's not open to them yet, right? Like from this, think about this and think about Endgame.
Yeah.
Her conversation with Steve, the emotional depth isn't there, not because he's not going to be a good friend, but because she's like not there as a person.
I understand. Yeah.
So she's doing what she can do, which is like deflect.
Yeah.
It's all deflective.
But that's what she's doing. I mean, like, she's deflecting even. She's masking what she's doing right now with like jokes and digs at her at him and distracting him kind of so she can finish up her work. It's like she literally is on her own mission.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to like keep it away from him.
She's doing her dang job and she's doing it well.
Yeah.
So she's backing up the hard drive and Steve is mad. Romolo needed your help. Well, Romolo's a grown man with a whole team and he probably should be fine, right?
Yeah.
If Romolo and all these, what are the guys there for then? What is the strike team for?
They're there to be rescued. Somebody's got to be
Natasha.
Rescued. Besides the hostages, we need
the strike team is desperate for her help. Please, God, if Natasha isn't here,
Natasha.
We're all screwed. What are they there for? Why didn't they just send Steven that?
She's got her little grappling hook. None of us have that.
Well, okay,
actually,
she says
have their own little grappling
she had a different mission. She's there saving S.H.I.E.L.D. intel, and Batroc wakes up and tries to kill them all. And I noticed something here for the first time, which is astonishing. You heard that, folks? I noticed something for the first time.
Gasp.
Steve picks Natasha up and jumps over a desk, and she shoots the window out before they jump through the window to take cover on the other side. I never noticed her shoot the window out, but it's really funny. It's really funny because he picks her up and she's so small. Like
there are some moments in this movie that, yes, I agree. It's funny how Cap handles her.
There's too many occasions, yeah. This movie, it's weird because I'm not ever going to see them like that. Yeah. But I feel like in watching it through the eyes of trying to take it literal and serious for the sake of all the people that were commenting and saying, "Oh, this movie's perfect," which yes, I agree. But not everyone is wishing that, they had added another layer to it, which we'll get to. Yeah. Because how fantastic would it have been if Steve realizes that the Winter Soldier is Bucky, his friend he thought died, and then Natasha realizes, which she already knows, that the Winter Soldier is the agent who helped train her in the Red Room, and then she finds out that that's Steve's Bucky? Yeah. Awkward.
I think it would have been amazing.
And that the fact of all the comic history of a romance between the Black Widow and the Winter Soldier. I've
always, you've always said that, like, that they missed opportunity to have
this movie made
Natasha and Bucky kind of be a thing in the MCU overall. And I was always like, yeah, I'm on board with that. I like that. But kind of just focusing more on this movie to take notes and everything. Like, I totally see where it feels like they could have just put it in there and made it way more interesting.
They could have put like one more line. Listen, my thing with it is I feel like they were at this point, I don't know what the demographic was for Marvel movies.
Oh.
But this is a guy movie.
Boys.
Yeah. So that's how you get girl money too. You get the girls to go see it. You're like, "Oh my gosh, her boyfriend that doesn't remember her, he's her friend's best friend that he thought was dead. This is all so complicated. Oh my gosh."
It could have hit every demographic.
They could have hit every demographic. I'm literally like foaming. That's insane. Are you kidding me?
It would have been
and they
crazy.
Threw it away. Yeah. They threw it away and they like rammed it into the ground to like go so far the opposite.
The more I think about it, it's just like I wish they would have done. I want it. Like, it would have added so much more. The
actors wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Everybody was going for it except Marvel, and like I feel like there had to have been a reason. I don't understand what in the heck the reason was.
Yeah. Maybe they just thought they had too much going on.
That was so intentional to not pursue it even later. In some way.
I feel like not bringing it up in this movie, or not like taking it all the way in this movie, kind of diminishes your chances of really fleshing it out later on.
Shame. One of the biggest L's. It hurts me.
Yeah.
I weep every night because of it.
I did want to say before we move on that she had another line in here that made me cringe when
that
she was
one's
like,
on me.
No. Whenever she went, well, this is awkward, and then smirked.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Okay, but
stop.
You're not liking her like cover. That's not genuine. That's not her reaction to being caught for real.
I understand. Yeah,
she's like, I gotta think of something smart ass to say.
Her cover, but it's also part of her personality a little bit too. Like,
well, then I guess you don't like Natasha.
It's turned
Bye.
up, but
bye.
Even like later on, she's not heavy on it, which I like that. But like even later on, she like when she's uncomfortable or something.
Is that self-depreciating? Okay, I do that.
So
you don't like it when I do that?
I like it better later on when she does that because it's just not as cringy. It feels like so fake here. Like,
well, you better stop before I hit you in the head with a peanut butter sandwich.
Okay. We are on the second note that I have, and it's the second bullet point, and we are 50 minutes into this.
We're almost an hour in.
We're almost an hour in. We need to move along.
How many notes I have left? Oh, hundreds. I have 474 notes left.
There's so much more to this movie.
But it's so good. I literally am restraining myself. I can't not talk about this movie. We can just have a bunch of them. A bunch of episodes. This is the...
Let's talk about the Triskelion or whatever. The big shield thing.
Okay, so Steve is pissed at Nick because Natasha had a different mission, and Steve's like, you need to tell me what's going on. I can't help everyone here to do a different thing, and me think they're all working for me. Like, that's dangerous. And Nick's like, oh, Natasha handled it. She's comfortable with doing all this stuff. You're not. I didn't want you to do something you didn't feel comfortable with. And then
I like how Steve's asking for trust, basically.
Well, last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye.
Yeah, which was Goose. Okay.
Which makes this line stupid. Which this line was kind of stupid anyway. You didn't trust anyone. You were jacking with a cat. A regular cat would have scratched you for that.
He trusted that cat though.
A regular cat.
100% he trusted that cat. He loved that cat.
Well, she's probably still around. So I think that was a stupid ass decision.
I don't know.
To do that with the cat.
We'll get there when we get there. But
I do share. I'm nice like that.
Yeah, I do. I like how this is kind of the beginnings. It's kind of the theme for Steve throughout the movie, but like that his trust in the government continues to deteriorate, and it like pretty much deteriorates fully. I feel like in this movie, which I really like. I like seeing that. I like seeing that for his character. Like this is a big, just a big part of his story. I feel like, and I never really acknowledged that before. I don't think, but I appreciate it. Focusing on his journey, Steve's journey after coming back. Yeah. So then they get in the elevator, and Nick tells his little story about his dad and
his grandfather worked in an elevator, not his dad.
Oh, his grandfather. Sorry.
Keep on stepping.
Keep on stepping.
And then he reveals the Insight helicarriers. How are helicarriers not real?
Here we go again.
I'm still irritated about it. I believe that they should be real. Why don't we have stuff like that?
Oh. I did some research on this.
On helicarriers?
Yes.
Why aren't they real? Tell me, please. I don't understand. It makes me irritated. We have them on the ocean. Put them in the air.
Okay. Literally the other day, I was talking to somebody about helicarriers, and
you're like, my wife is so dumb. She thought they were real.
I may have mentioned that you thought that,
but violently angry. Don't embarrass me in front of Vanessa.
They would take up, just to fly like a short distance, they would take up like 50. What was it? I think it was like 50 million gallons of fuel. Just
That's the reveal music.
It's not. I'm trying to remember all the numbers, but like, yeah, 50 to 53 million gallons of gas.
Make them powered by an arc reactor. To make the arc reactor.
That's the thing. Real. That's what the internet said. I just did a quick internet search, so it's not.
Make the MCU like, real.
The internet, the AI said that to make it possible, it'd have to be a nuclear reactor or something like on the ship, or it would take 50 to 53 million gallons of gas to get it a short.
That sounds like a great idea in this political climate. We need that much gas just getting burned immediately.
But something else I thought was interesting, because we looked up, well, what does a tanker carry? Like a ship that carries oil. It carries 80 million. So more than it would take.
But that thing would be refueling constantly.
Yeah, but it would still have to refuel all the time. But it was interesting. It was like it could technically fly, I guess.
It would be a very bad idea.
But it wouldn't last very long. It would crash into the earth.
It needs to be like James and the Giant Peach. They need to get a bunch of seagulls attached to that thing.
Bring up into this as well. Just get some balloons. It'd be fine.
No, helium is. It's gonna be a hard situation.
You heard it here first. But yeah, these InSight. So we see the InSight helicarriers, and they got repulsor engines now.
Thanks to Stark.
Thanks to Stark.
So Tony Stark unwillingly contributed to another massive weapon.
Yeah. Also, I think it's kind of dumb that Cap didn't. I don't know. Like, he just got shown these helicarriers, and Nick basically just told him what they do. Not like super in depth, like the Hydra plan, but like he said that like they could take them out before they come out of their little spider caves or whatever.
He said, I thought the punishment usually comes after the crime.
Exactly. Like Cap was like already getting it, and I don't know. It felt kind of like a missed opportunity, almost like Nick and Cap are both smarter than this kind of thing.
Yeah. What I don't get is how he. Oh, my brain just shut off. What I don't get is how Nick is taking Steve down to see these, and then the next thing pretty much he does is like lock it down because he's sus.
Yeah.
About the plan.
Maybe
Do you think he took him down there to like
get
his opinion? Like, let's see Steve's reaction to this.
This isn't freedom. This is fear.
Yeah, by holding a gun him on Earth and calling it protection. This isn't freedom. It's fear.
Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that's what he wanted. He wanted Steve's insight.
Oh, really? Okay, so Steve leaves on his own motorcycle.
Love the motorcycle. We should get more of the motorcycle.
Well, we are getting more of the motorcycle.
We are getting more, yes, but I think it's very underused. Anyway, continue.
So Steve had a stressful day. He's got to go to a museum about himself. That's a nice way to unwind.
That's what everyone should do.
So I told you I had a couple of fun facts about this museum. and you said you did too, but you were jacking with me, I
I was
think.
lying.
So the person doing the voiceover is the guy who played Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump.
What a
Because
cast.
he's actually received a lot of recognition from veterans for his performance
Yeah.
in Forrest Gump. Um, so I that is somehow connected to how he was voicing this. And then as Steve walks through the museum, obviously there's that little boy that sees him and stuff.
That's a
But
Russo, right?
I think so. That's not my other note though.
He looks like a Russo.
Apparently on this plaque about Bucky,
Yeah.
he has 2 different birth years.
Oh yeah, I see something about that.
At the
Yeah.
top it says one thing, and towards the bottom it says another, like on his birth to death. I don't know. I've never paused it and looked at it. It's so small. I just saw that online very, very recently. But I thought that was interesting. Like, dang. Bucky's family, the thing is, though, I could see if that was Steve, but Bucky's family had money.
Uh-huh.
Like, not like rich, but they had some money. Like, they would be able to. Opposed to a very poor family like Steve's clearly was, I could see how it's things aren't kept as like you didn't go to the nicest doctors and your records could have gotten lost a lot easier. So if there's uncertainty on like when Bucky was born,
I don't think that has anything to do in universe. I think that's just a mistake
oh,
in making the movie.
I just thought it was weird.
Why would you put a date and then at the bottom put a different date?
It's just a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it says like he died in battle or whatever.
Yeah.
In this year, and then at the bottom it says birth to death, the wrong year.
And
like
at the top it says he was born in a certain year. And then at the bottom it says he was born in a different year.
Either way, it's like you're just repeating the same information, but like lying, or like changing it.
I don't know. I thought that maybe it could have been something from the age of the time. Like they were trying to show how quote unquote old, because it's a museum. Like times are different. Okay, so Steve goes and watches Peggy's video.
We basically get a previous movie recap for everybody in this museum.
So I watched Agent Carter. And I don't remember. Maybe I just wasn't paying the best attention. I did have an infant at the time. But at the beginning, I don't remember this guy that she ends up marrying in the show having served. I don't remember him mentioning, like, oh, yeah, I met Steve. Or, like, which I guess not everyone that got rescued from that regiment, like, met him. But I just don't remember that guy ever saying anything specific about that.
That's because there's inconsistencies.
Because now Steve's gone back in time and done God knows what. Had a baby and everything.
I guess Agent Carter is a little more. I feel like it's a little more actually canon to the MCU.
Jarvis crossed over.
But like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is. I don't consider that canon. I feel like that's like. There's. I feel like a lot of people don't consider it canon, so I haven't.
Okay, well, in Agent Carter, there's obviously.
But Agent Carter
Peggy,
feels.
There's Howard.
Accurate.
And then Jarvis crossed in Endgame. Edwin Jarvis. So it's got a lot of points of connection.
That's not. Yeah, I'm saying that Agent Carter feels more canon, but like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is.
And there's another thing. I don't really remember it. I probably should watch it again. That Anton Vanko's father is in the show.
Oh, really?
As well, yeah.
Huh.
Ivan, right? No? Yeah?
Yes. Yeah, Ivan.
Yeah.
Ivan.
That he's in the show too. Obviously younger like Howard, but they were like working together or something.
Gasp.
Yeah, which they were, it tracks. It's like a precursor.
That's
anyway.
Some whiplash right there.
So Steve saved the man who would later become her husband.
The Watcher.
And then he goes and visits old Peggy. And
Peggy
again,
is alive!
I want to just say we should make a chart of all the appearances of Haley Atwell in the MCU because holy cow, they call this woman and they're like, we need you to be in your 90s. Hey, we need you to be in your 50s. Hey, we're going to animate you. Hey, you're going to be Captain Carter and get killed. Hey, like they just keep calling her.
Hey, the Watcher wants to see you again.
All right, now we're going to be in the 40s again and again. Hey, I know it's been like 20 years, but we're going to do the 40s again.
Yeah.
Like craziness. Can you be an Ant-Man? Like the most wild appearances from this girl, and she just keeps showing up.
Chill. Good job.
Yeah.
I mean,
I enjoy seeing her.
I will say before we move on to the Peggy stuff, at the museum.
Toy Story music?
Yeah, let me say my note.
Well, I'm confused.
Stop reading my notes. I'm gonna take them away from you. Yeah, it had like just opening on the museum. The music in the background like kind of sounded like Toy Story music for some reason. Like at the beginning of
the horns?
The horns?
I can't remember exactly what it sounded like. I just remember there being horns.
I just made a note of it. I guess I have to listen to it again, but like, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Peggy is alive. More, again, we get more of this Cap being conflicted on serving his country, and
he says he wants to do what's right, but he isn't sure he knows what's right anymore.
Yeah, love it. I love it.
And Peggy says, "You're always so dramatic."
My next note is Peggy got the dementia.
Peggy coughs and forgets him.
She rattled her brain a little too hard.
She says, "Steve, you're alive."
It is really sad though. She's like crying.
Well, did you watch his face?
Yeah.
Oh, he was so sad, and he's like, he's done it before. He's like, I couldn't leave my best girl, and she owes me a dance.
Bro, so sad.
Brutal. But he's like, this is, again, Natasha's not really his friend. She's just kind of rebuffing him.
She's just an annoyance. Yes.
And so this is like his only connection.
Yeah.
She's like the last person left.
It really makes you like, I know you're always like, ooh, Captain Bucky, kept so addicted to Bucky, but like, think about it like this.
He's young like me. I need him.
He grew up with him. They didn't just know each other from back then.
No, yeah, they grew
up together, and that's a ton more experiences in that time than he had with Peggy.
Yeah, he barely knew Peggy. Let's be real. He was just like, I gotta get her picture on my compass.
He loved her. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
But Bucky, he grew up with Bucky. They have a lot of
alleys in common.
A lot of alleys.
That was a bad way to say that. Not like that. Like breaking up of fights, people beating Steve up.
They met Clara Oswald together. Okay.
Probably.
They did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they did. She was in the first Captain America movie. She went.
And then disappeared forever.
She was one of the closeted lesbians that Bucky was supposed to be accompanying, according to the fan base.
Bucky, our hero, my goodness.
Bucky, our hero, who is absolutely not boinking everybody. He's just covering for all these girls. He's not like, okay, ladies, sorry, Steve's gone. Darn.
Dang. Okay.
Shoot, I go off to war tomorrow. Okay. So Nick is at work.
Nick's at work.
He secures his office, cubicle. And you wouldn't answer me. I tried to ask you a question about this, so I didn't have to ask you about it now. You wouldn't answer me. So
I was probably focusing.
No, you told me you weren't going to answer me because we'd talk about it later. So Nick,
what was
let me say it again. Nick secures his office. He opens the Lumerian Star satellite launch file, and the access is denied. It says to run decryption, and it says failed. He tries to override it, and it's sealed on whose authority? Fury, Nicholas J.
Yeah.
So then he gets in the elevator and says World Security Council. He sealed that, and he sealed that so that no one, including himself, could open it because he was suspicious about the plan.
I think so. Now that we're going through it, I think that was it. I like the idea that he brought Cap down to get his opinion, and then he locked it down based off of that.
And he shut his windows to check that it was sealed.
Yeah, because I'd never really paid too close attention to this part. So I didn't know if it was really him that did it or someone else that
and he was trying to get into it. Yeah, I was thinking that he must have locked it. And then, yeah, it's kind of a jerk move to lock it down that hard and then give it to Steve.
Yeah.
Steve's gonna have to get help to unlock that.
Lumarian Star. Okay, yeah, no,
Lumarian Star satellite launch file.
Because they need him later on to unlock it, right?
Yes.
At the end of the movie, yeah. So, yeah, I think that's what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he shows up to the World Security Council where they are talking with Secretary Pierce about the mission from earlier about the pirates.
Yeah, and that tracks that he's asking Pierce to delay the project.
Yeah. Yeah, so Nick shows up and someone walks in and lets Pierce know, and he walks out of the World Security Council.
Yeah.
And Nick is there to ask for a favor. He says he wants to delay Project Insight, and Pierce eventually says, okay, but Tony, Iron Man has to go to his niece's birthday and mingle. He can't just do a flyby.
Imagine.
Tony didn't do that. And Nick didn't even ask him to.
No. Imagine. I mean, I don't know. Maybe like earlier on, like Iron Man 2.
Yeah, he would have gone. He would have been like, yeah, sure.
When he was in more of his self-destructive age.
Natasha would have been like, I would go. Would you go if you were invited to a 7-year-old's birthday party? Yeah, do whatever you want. I would go. Do it, Tony.
Okay.
Let me encourage you to just ruin your life.
Yeah, then we get Sam's vet support group.
You gotta decide if you want to carry it around in a briefcase or a man purse or something. I don't remember what he says. I didn't write it down.
It was a joke, yeah, a little man purse. I don't know. I'm sorry. I know you're not as big of a fan as Daredevil, as I am, but just because Daredevil's running at the same time as we're reviewing this scene, it's like I just drew the parallels of like the Punisher. He's got a friend that also does the vet, like the vet stuff, and like just returning soldiers is a big part of Punisher and his story. And he's got like his own kind of sidekick that also does this stuff, and it was like I don't know, it just felt like similar, but this other guy does it way better in the Punisher than Sam. But
well, this
Sam
is just so we can talk about Riley.
Yeah, I mean, Sam barely does it anyway. I mean, we barely get it. Yeah. So he talks about his boy Riley, who gets shot down by an RPG, kind of like Joaquin, the new Falcon.
Yeah.
In Brave New World. Kind of interesting.
I thought it was interesting that Steve never offered up Bucky to try and show that, yeah, I can understand. I understand what you're going through.
Yeah.
Probably just because he assumes that he already knows.
Maybe.
Like, yeah, I watched my lifelong childhood friend fall out the side of a train
I don't know.
on the side of a mountain and die.
I think he could have opened up more about that. I don't like. I think Steve has been around long enough that not everybody he should know that not everybody knows like everything about him.
Yes, that's true. Sam did seem very excited and knew him though.
Yeah, he did. Oh, you're giving me.
So my note here also is this is the least annoying Sam.
Yeah,
there's that. There, I wrote it down. There's my proof.
I like him. I like him in this movie. I think he's good. He's a good dude in this movie. He doesn't like taking orders.
Okay.
That's the one thing though. He doesn't like taking orders, but he's willing to take orders from Cap.
Of course.
He jumps at it.
Yeah.
So.
So now we gotta open secure line 0405.
My word.
We're in Nick's car.
My goodness.
He calls Maria. Maria, who deserved better.
Peak MCU is happening right now.
He needs her in DC under deep shadow conditions. She says, "Give me 4 hours," and he says, "You have 2."
When people say that, it's literally just a power move, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
well, he needed her there in 2 seconds. The cops pull up.
What was she gonna do? She was gonna get killed. That's what.
No, she was gonna help.
Okay.
The cops pull up, and he says, "You want to see my lease?" And they whoop their sirens at him, and then he immediately becomes a target because of that. He gets T-boned.
Yeah.
And his car gets rammed. And then his car says, "Recommend fracture detected. Recommend anesthetic injection."
I love this scene though. Okay. I'll probably talk about it a little bit later. Because somebody had a comment that I wanted to talk about. But I don't know. I could say I like how we're mixing like this kind of like gritty action with like all these guns and everything and all that. But with the car is so cool. Like on top of that. Like
the car is cool, but the car is a little bit funny. And this is where they would take it too far now. The car would be way too silly. Like this
it's not bad in this though.
It's good. Yeah, this is fine, but when I see it now I think of how bad it could be.
Yeah.
These days.
They do it well in this because like yeah, it's kind of funny the car, but like it and
air conditioning is fully functional.
But it works with like Fury's like frustration.
Yeah.
Like well, what isn't work or what is working kind of thing. Like
yeah.
And he's upset like he's in a situation and I don't know. I like that. I like the turret. The turret and like waiting for the window to be weakened enough. Yeah. That was cool. Pop that thing out.
So
tear them down.
He says, "Get me out here," but it says propulsion systems offline, and he says reboot.
Yeah.
And they're just raining bullets on this car. They start getting their ram out and start ramming the car, and the window integrity is at 31%, 19%, 1%, and then he gets his turret.
Yeah.
He blasts them.
He started blasting.
And he has like a little missile thing.
Yeah, he's got like a
He explodes some stuff.
It's like a grenade launcher on the bottom of it.
Yeah, so then he goes full acceleration and is zooming.
I did think it was maybe it took it a little too silly when it's like flight isn't working or whatever.
He said initiate vertical takeoff.
Yeah.
Get me Agent Hill, and then nothing's working. Air conditioning is fully functional. The zooming. It's a crazy street chase. I don't know why or when it was. But these police cars are ramming through traffic, one, but they're also like weaving back and forth between each other through traffic. Like they're doing too much. Just drive straight. They're like braiding. Like if they were hair, they'd be like braiding around these other cars. Like, stop. Just drive and you'll get him.
They're just trying to get around everything.
Nick is just taking these guys out. There's officers on foot shooting at him. There's officers shooting through other cars, shooting through buses. Nick rams a guy into a building, and he just starts. Basically, he sees anyone in a uniform.
Oh yeah, he's just hitting them. Yeah.
Because his car has informed them that there are no officers in the area, so these guys are all SHIELD, right? Yeah, SHIELD, Hydra, after him, and eventually they're able to kind of pinch his car between theirs and start wrestling. And then Nick hits the brakes because an intersection is coming, and these two cop cars keep driving and get crushed by a Penske truck.
So my two things I wanted to say, as I don't know, I mean you like John Wick stuff, so I don't know.
Oh,
but, like I was gonna say, as a guy, this is so satisfying. The guns that they're using, I guess, and the sound that they're making, how they're coming in, all the police officers are coming in. It was just so satisfying.
Pause that thought. Well, you can keep talking, I guess, but I've got something to say about that. I just have to look it up first.
All right, well, I'll let you look that up.
I found this website once when I was writing fan fiction. That said how many different guns were used in this movie. Let me find this website again. 37 different kinds of guns in this movie. 37 individual different ones. I don't know, man. I thought that there was a lot more. The thing that I was looking at, this isn't the same website, but it was like, it might have just been a list of every incident that a gun was used in because I was looking for a specific part. So it was every individual one was counted. So like this would have been like 19 police officers used these.
Yeah.
But it is insane. Hundreds that didn't pay off quite the way I wanted it to. That's a lot of different kinds of guns and stuff because, I mean, like, to me, a lot of them look the same.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It could be a lot. I don't know. I feel like.
But you have to think, a lot of these people are like, issued these. Like, they're SHIELD agents or, Hydra through SHIELD, or they're posing as police.
Yeah.
The only people who really have room to have different things is like the Winter Soldier has a lot of unique stuff, and like Natasha, because Steve just won't carry a gun.
What a loser. Anyway, yeah, it was just satisfying. The other note I had was I never noticed. Here's something I never noticed before. You may have noticed it. But yeah, coming up on that intersection, his vehicle had like X-ray vision through the building to his left, and it saw the truck coming. And I don't think I ever noticed that before. So he knew what he was doing. He knew he needed to brake at that point.
So he didn't hit it too, yeah?
Yeah.
So he says, "Get me off the grid!"
Get me off the grid!
And the Winter Soldier walks up. Oh my gosh. Guys, it's over. Nick should have died here.
Caylee is shaking.
Nick should have died here.
Yeah, so he shoots his exploding frisbee at him.
He shoots his magnetic explosive, and it flips the car over his head, and he just keeps walking. Like, it's fine.
Oh, wow.
It's just a car flipping over my body. The car slides on its hood or roof. Should have typed roof. And Nick is watching the Winter Soldier walk over to him.
So he gets out his lightsaber.
He uses something to drill through the road in less than 3 seconds.
Dude, but like, yes, it's a lightsaber.
Mace
When he's
Windu
holding
gets his
it,
lightsaber out.
yeah, Mace Windu got it looks like the hilt of a lightsaber, and then it just has like a little like electrical thing on the top. But then you look at the hole that he made.
It's huge.
It's huge. It's deep.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
He
it
went
had to go. It had to be
down
like a
into
big
the
laser.
street
Yeah,
in 3 seconds.
bro. Mace Windu
So
brought his lightsaber into the MCU.
the Winter Soldier rips the door off this car, and Nick is gone. Why didn't he follow him down in that hole?
I don't know. He's not that smart.
So now it's nighttime. And Steve gets home on his motorcycle.
Who's that neighbor?
Sharon is on the phone with her insomniac aunt. Which is probably another hint if you know anything about dementia or Alzheimer's. Sometimes they really, really, really struggle with day and night.
I can see that.
So they it's nighttime and they should be tired, but like they're forgetting to be tired because it's not like they lose track and don't go to bed, or they wake up after a little bit and instead of going back to sleep, they're like, I woke up.
Yeah.
Like a little bit like a kid. So yeah, her aunt is on the phone with her because she doesn't know what's going on. Sharon is being kind, but then she's like, I gotta go.
She's like, yeah, she's like
Bye.
being really, really nice and kind of flirty, and then Steve's like, you could use my washer. She's like, no, bye. So yeah, she just dips.
Well, I have words. I have Steve is diabolical, inviting Sharon on a date and flirting with her. He is absolutely insane for that bloodline. He says, you can use my machine, it only costs a cup of coffee, and she turns him down.
Whoa.
And he says, I'll keep my distance. She says, hopefully not too far.
Oh.
And then she says, I think you left your stereo on because everybody just leaves their 40s music playing so loud. We all know that song. Here's something else I noticed for the first time.
Nick slumped over in the corner.
Steve goes in through the window on the side of the building. He does not go in through his front door.
I guess I didn't even notice at that time.
He went in through a window. He didn't go through his door. He went and he must have climbed the building because he was not on the ground floor.
He went Spider-Man. Yeah, I think it's funny. Nick is like slumped over in the corner or whatever.
Well, he's bleeding, isn't he? He's
no.
been hurt. His arm is broke at least.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah.
His face is all cut up.
Still. Yeah, he said his wife kicked him out. He actually does have a wife. That's crazy.
We know that now, which is nuts. That was a big payoff for me when they revealed that in the Secret Invasion.
Yeah, Secret Invasion.
Yeah, Secret Invasion.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
a scroll,
man.
bro. Scroll.
So his wife kicked him out. Like he's typing on his phone.
Yeah.
Says that there's ears everywhere, and Steve looks so annoyed, but like he's like, "Come on, seriously?" Like sad.
Yeah, disappointed.
Yeah. So he types his shield has been compromised, and Steve says, "Who else knows about your wife?" I thought that was just his tone was kind of funny. Like he's exasperated. He's like, "Oh, great, here we go. Who else knows?"
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And he says, "Just my friends." And he says, "Is that what we are?" And Nick says, "That's up to you." And then he gets shot.
He gets shot 3 times.
Pretty serious. I couldn't
3 times.
If I didn't know better, I wouldn't be able to tell where the bullets if they came through the back or the front.
They came through the back.
Oh, they
came
did?
through the wall behind him.
I thought they came through the other way because Steve ran out the other way.
No, I'm pretty sure they came because
there's holes in the wall. They were big bullets.
I thought they went through the wall.
Yeah, I thought they. I don't know. I'd have to watch it
into him, but I mean, yeah, I thought they were. I mean, I might be just imagining it, but I thought they came in kind of at a downward angle.
Yeah.
At him from behind, so they came up from somewhere down.
Yes.
So that's why I thought that they were coming in.
behind him, not in front of him, because they were like shooting down at him.
Yeah, so I mean, like, we're talking about the same thing, because Steve turns around and starts running the other way when he's pursuing, doesn't he? He jumps out the window first, right?
I remember. I really don't remember.
Because Sharon comes in through the front door.
Yeah, but the front door was like behind him.
No, it wasn't.
I'm pretty
sure. It was behind Nick. It was to the left of Nick. He was standing up, walking towards Steve. Steve was facing him, and the front door was on the wall behind Nick. Sharon,
I don't know. I thought we were getting a shot of Steve, and then behind Steve, Sharon was like coming in from behind, but I don't know.
So Sharon has to kick the door 3 times to get it open. Well, before that, sorry, Nick gives Steve the flash drive and tells him don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
Sharon kicks the door in and says, Captain Rogers, I'm Agent 13. I've been assigned to protect you. And he says, by who? And it was Nick. So again,
I need to use your washing machine.
Why is this lady, like, he's Captain America. What is she gonna do? She's just a spy on him.
Just a spy, yeah. Just to check on him. You know Fury.
Well, yeah, but
he just likes to have
she's like,
eyes
oh
on
no, I better
everything.
get in there in my jammies. Like, let me kick the door down. I'm Agent 13. I'm here to protect you. And again, she's like, oh no, Foxtrot is down. And Steve's like, I've got it. I'm in pursuit. Tell him I'm in pursuit. And he starts busting through walls, out windows.
Yeah. Frozen.
He starts running down a hallway.
Do not put him in small hallways.
He runs on the hallway.
Too much power.
On top of like a dresser. And like, why didn't you just run on the ground? That would have been quicker. He's like, got a parkour halfway through.
Yeah. I did make a note here that I think it happened a little earlier, but his shield is like repainted in this. Like at the beginning when he's on the ship and everything, it's like really worn out. Like the paint is like it's almost just like silver.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
And that now here it's like it looks fresh, like a fresh coat on it.
They touch it up for him.
Yeah. Hydra touched it up for him. But yeah, he chases this Winter Soldier.
And again, I think it's really dumb that Steve doesn't recognize Bucky.
I mean, I don't think it's that unbelievable. At least here. Like, he's never seen him with long hair.
There's
half of his face is covered. You know? Like, it's dark-ish.
I don't know, I would recognize you.
With short hair?
Yeah. I know what your eyes look like.
I guess. I don't know.
I would be able to pick you out from 100 people just seeing your eyeballs, eyebrows, and forehead.
Yeah. I don't know. I think. I don't know. I still think it there was enough covered and enough different about him that he kept or Steve didn't get it right away. Especially because like back in the day they didn't have like they weren't the type like having long hair was a little more taboo, you know, like so to see his friend like that is kind of he probably wouldn't have put it together.
So he ends up getting pretty close and throws the shield at the Winter Soldier, who catches it and throws it back. Catches it with his metal arm and throws it back. Yes. And Steve slides flat-footed back across the roof. And then the Winter Soldier just jumps off the building.
You gotta love his music.
Oh, yes.
His theme.
And sirens are now coming.
Oh boy. Then we get Nick into surgery.
Natasha pulls up to the hospital and leaves her Corvette just running out in the middle of the street. What was it called?
Yeah.
It was a Corvette?
Yeah,
okay, you laughed. So I thought I said it wrong.
Yeah, it does seem kind of silly.
It's her car. She's got it in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
That car got towed. It's gone.
It's like she's trying to be like Tony.
She's trying to be a caricature of what people think she is.
Yeah.
Because that's safe.
I guess.
So she runs up into this room where Nick is having surgery and anyone in the world could come in and watch. You've got Jasper Sitwell in there. You've got Rumlow. You've got Maria and Steve. And we get some good dialogue here. Tell me about the shooter. he was fast. He was strong. He had a metal arm. And at this point, Natasha shuts down.
Huh. Because she recognizes that.
That sounds familiar. Huh. And the bullets said 3 slugs, no rifling, or untraceable. And she says they were Soviet made. And Maria kind of notices, which anyone should notice. That's weird. Why did she know that? Like, she's put it together already. She knows who it is, which I don't think it would be too hard for anyone who had seen the Winter Soldier before.
Yeah.
He had a metal arm. So she's figured out what's going on already. She figured out from first clue of metal arm.
Oh.
So I think it's just interesting of how long it takes before she reveals that she's known from the second she heard what happened. Nick codes and Dr. Russo is gonna save him.
Dr. Russo. I never noticed. See, look, I know of Russo. I know what the Russos look like, but I didn't notice that was the Russo.
Yes, we got Dr. Russo in here.
Because his face was all covered up.
But you don't recognize what he looks like? I don't remember which one it is. I don't know if this is Anthony or Joe, but this is the one, I think, whose daughter is Lila.
Mm.
They got the same nose.
I feel like it's Joe that's like always in the movies, so
I don't know.
And like Anthony's not really. I can't think of a time that he's been in one of the movies. I don't know if you can, but
I thought that one of them was the gay one in therapy, and one of them did this.
Both the same person, I think.
Oh, but I thought that one of them finally made their appearance. Anyway, so Natasha says, "Don't do this to me, Nick. I'm getting tired." And the time of death is called 1:03 a.m. And to me, I feel like they gave up on life-saving measures too fast. Which, I mean, they weren't really saving his life.
Yeah, they were.
So Steve is looking at his flash drive, and Natasha looks at Nick's body and puts her hand on his bald head.
Dude, her hand looks so small.
You know what's crazy?
On his head. His head looks like gigantic.
I feel like she's taller than me by an inch, but let's be a stalker. I don't understand why this information is on the internet.
For times like this.
Scarlett Johansson husband. Please Google. Don't get me started.
Colin Jost.
A bingus. 5'3". Nope, we're the same.
Aw, you guys are the same.
And that's
maybe you can go.
The only
you
thing
can
we
go
have in
see some
common.
dinosaurs on an island with her or something.
Duncan!
That would be fun.
We can help Duncan together.
Yeah. Duncan!
Okay, so Maria comes out and says that they need to take Nick's body. And
yeah, Maria's like, we need to get him out of here.
They need to take
him.
Before he starts to warm up, Natasha's getting says. So Natasha is like a red hot wire. She's pretty irritated. Why was Fury in your apartment? Yeah, because Steve is trying to be like gentle and she's snappy. Steve is giving her BS answers.
Because he's Captain Hydra.
Yeah. So Rumlow says that they need to have Cap come back right now to be debriefed about what happened. Like right now. And Natasha notices she's clocking everything. Steve is lying, Rumlow is acting weird. Something's going on here. I'm
gonna go hide.
Something's happening. The Winter Soldier is back.
Janitor closet real quick.
Yeah, the Winter Soldier is back. Nick just died. I didn't see this coming. I don't like that. I'm uncomfortable clocking everything. Okay. So she tells Steve he's a terrible liar and walks away. And he somehow gets this flash drive in the vending machine. How do you think he did that? Did he ask that guy?
No. I don't think he would.
Did he just reach over him and put it there?
The only way that would happen is if that guy walked away and he opened it and put it in. But
Rumlow was right there watching and waiting for Steve.
I don't know. Because anything that he would have done, Rumlow would have seen then.
Well, and Natasha saw too, so he's not very sneaky. Steve, he tried. Okay, so Strike takes Steve back to be debriefed.
Yes.
So we get back to the building, and Agent 13 is talking with Secretary Pierce. And she tries to be friendly to Steve, and he doesn't want it at all.
This stuff, the stuff with Pierce is kind of just boring to me here. Like all this stuff is like his backstory with Nick and whatever.
So his father served in the 101st, and he tells a story about how his daughter was taken hostage in a soccer stadium, and while everyone was waiting for orders, Nick just went in and rescued everyone, pulled it off, took care of it, did what had to be done.
Yeah. Like Captain America.
And he liked that. And then he asks, why was Nick in your apartment last night? And tells him that Nick is the one who bugged Steve's apartment, trying to get Steve to tell him what was going on, make him irritated at Nick.
This is where Pierce is like super suspicious because he's
pushing.
He's like trying to make Cap think that Nick did that, but then once Steve is like kind of pushes back on it, so Pierce like pulls back on it as well. Like,
yeah,
he's trying to play Steve, and it's like really obvious.
So he tells him that Nick hired Backtrack, and the money that was used to pay him had like a crazy route to try and launder it or something, and it was run through 17 fake accounts. The last one had an address down the street from where Nick's mom lived when Pierce met him, because obviously you would do something like that if you were trying to be discreet. You'd put a little Easter egg in there, right? If I wanted people to never know it was me, I would definitely make sure that my mom's street was on there.
Yeah.
So he tells Steve that everyone thinks that the hijacking was a cover for the sale of classified intelligence. Steve doesn't buy that. And so Pierce says, neither do I. I need you to help me. Somebody killed my friend, and I'm going to find out why.
He says it more sinister than that.
Well, he says, okay. I have a note randomly in the middle here that this might be Steve's best costume, too. This movie's just firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, it is good. It is a good costume.
He asks, why was Nick there? He keeps asking him over and over. And Steve says, he told me not to trust anyone. And Pierce says, I wonder if that included him. And Steve gets up to walk out. And he says, I'm sorry, those were his last words. And he says, Captain, somebody murdered my friend, and I want to find out why. Or I'm going to find out why. And that if you get in my way, doesn't matter.
Little does he know he's already in his way, and then we get the elevator scene.
Yep, then he gets in the elevator, Rumlow gets in with some guys and says that they found some fibers on the roof and asks if he wants him to get the TAC team ready. So to me, First of all, if you just think about that sentence, they found some fibers on the roof. Do you want me to get everyone ready to go out and, like, fight? And Steve's like, no, let's wait and see what comes back on analysis. He was like, we found some fibers. Do you want to go? Do you want to go out and like?
That's all Rumlow does, though. He fights.
But what are you gonna do? You don't even know. Like what fibers?
It makes sense to him.
The Winter Soldier didn't drop any fibers.
Something's happening. I gotta go fight then.
So all these guys are getting in and they're sweating, and Steve is suspicious. And
well, there's a lot of different things. He's like, people are sweating. People are like have their hands on their guns, like they're being a little suspicious.
They're good at their jobs.
They're good at their jobs. Yeah. So this fight breaks out. I like that he's like, anybody want to get out before we get
started? Does anyone want to get out?
But yeah, I do like how Cap like throws Rumlow into the ceiling.
He deserved it.
It was hilarious.
Every bit of it, Rumlow deserves. I don't like him. He's a jerk. He thinks he's like Captain America's handler.
Yeah.
Like he is the person that controls the Winter Soldier. Like he's getting cocky about it. Like I work with Captain America, but I've got him tricked. I can control him, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so Cap's trying to escape. He he jumps out this elevator, smashes through a glass ceiling, and then uses his shield to break his fall. He just slams against the pavement.
You forgot. I'm sorry, Cap, but this isn't personal.
Seems pretty personal.
Yeah, Rumlow's got good lines. Okay, I'll just let you skip 20 of my notes.
And anyway, so his he should have like massive face damage.
No, Steve is good at getting tiny behind that shield.
I mean, he is. He should have been shot a million times.
He's absolutely flawless at tucking himself behind the shield.
He just like jumps in the air and turns into a little ball behind the shield.
Which is crazy that it's just enough vibranium.
just enough.
This is all the vibranium we have. Luckily, it makes a dish perfectly sized for you to completely tuck your giant super soldier body behind.
You can't even fit in that shirt, but you can fit behind this vibranium shield. Yeah, then we get a sick shot of him driving his bike out of a closing door. It's like got teeth. Whoa!
Stand down, Captain Rogers.
And then he kills a jet with his shield.
I like the part where he flips backwards against the wind on top of the jet to land in the middle of it and take it down with the shield.
He's Captain America. Remember, physics don't matter.
Yeah.
That thing doesn't obey the laws of physics at all.
So Steve is now undesirable number 1 for S.H.I.E.L.D. They're all looking for him. They're hacking everyone's personal devices. They want to find him.
All right, we're going to end this first half here. Very sad. We have a lot more to talk about. But we'll go over some comments before we head out. So, our first comment comes from Grant. Grant says, my favorite MCU film. I'm a giant fan of Marvel Comics. And to be weird, don't get as excited about the movies as everyone else seems to. I think it's just that I don't rely on them for stories about these characters. So while I enjoy watching them, I'm much more excited by great comics. Captain America Winter Soldier was the movie that best gave me the feeling of reading a great Marvel comic.
Why didn't they make more movies like this one? I don't understand.
I don't know, because like this was just a peak out of nowhere, and then I mean, you had Thor: The Dark World before this, and then just like
one of the best movies of all time. Best Marvel movies of all time.
Oh, is that how it released too?
Yeah, we're doing this by release.
Oh,
I've told you this.
I don't know, buddy. I'm tired. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know how it's possible.
Do you have any insight on reading comics? And is this any?
I tried to read comics. I really applied myself for a year, but I get too much anxiety because I was reading a lot of older ones, and they call back the other ones, and so it's like read issue number 71 of this, but then I'm like, well, now I feel like I need to read all 71, and then understand that story. They want you to read other ones and other ones and other ones.
That's the worst thing about comics is that there's like no good place to start.
Yeah. I mean, I read a couple good ones, but
did anything feel like this?
No, not really. There was one Black Widow one that we have here. From the very beginning, like Nat, something is I don't remember what something's wrong, and everyone's turned on her for like she'd been framed or something, and like Maria is after like shooting her as she like jumps out. She jumps out of the helicarrier and is like going. So it's kind of like this, but not really. I'd have to look at it again, but I don't think of a comic when I watch this movie. I just think about how good this movie is.
It's a good movie. All right, our second comment comes from Phil.
Phil?
Yeah, Phil.
I'm sorry, his name is Agent Coulson.
Son of Cole. Son of Cole said, really good movie. The best movie out of all the Steve Rogers Captain America films.
Possibly. I don't know. They're all too different for me. It's like the Steve movie, the Steve and Nat movie, the Avengers Steve movie.
Yeah.
They're too different. They don't have enough in common for me to do that.
It is pretty crazy that it's like they're so different like that. But it's definite when you look at like Captain America or Steve Rogers, it is a trilogy for him.
Yeah.
But they are so different, the movies, like what they are. Our last comment comes from the Paget. And the Paget says, it's my personal favorite of the entire MCU. I've been a Cap fan since I learned to read from comics back in the early 80s, and this movie was everything I ever wanted for the character.
Good for you. I bet that feels good.
That
Congratulations.
It paid off. Yes, good for you. That does have to feel so good that like you read these comics.
They did it. They did it.
Yeah, and then they like start making superhero movies.
They make Thor: The Dark World, and it's terrible, and you're about to give up, and then they make this, and it's perfect. It's exactly right.
Just think about that as we're going through the multiverse saga. Okay. Think of Thor: The Dark World, and then Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
I can't wait to see what comes after suffering through Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, Thor: Love and Thunder. What was after Thor: Love and Thunder?
Something else bad, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. That's all we got for this time. Thank you all for tuning in. If you'd like to leave your thoughts on Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which will be this episode and next episode's focus, you could do so on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, or Threads accounts, all labeled Two Ghost Review. You can also write into the show via our email, twoghostreview@gmail.com. We'd love to hear and discuss your thoughts on our next episode. Threads is where most of the action is happening and where you can see our thoughts on the world of pop culture in between episodes. We will also have a poll up for this episode the day it comes out. Polls can be found on Instagram and Threads for 24 hours and on Spotify for a week. New episodes drop every other Friday. If you enjoyed this episode, we would be very grateful if you left us a 5-star rating on Spotify. Again, thank you all for listening to our ramblings and rants, and we will see you all next time.